When we hear the word billionaire, the first few people that spring to mind are Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and possibly Warren Buffett. It's rare for a president to find himself on the list, but in Putin's case, he's actually topping it. At least, according to Elon Musk, he is. Vladimir Putin claims to earn $140,000 per year and lives in an 800 square foot apartment. But his financial history and exuberant lifestyle appear to contradict this heavily. While it isn't entirely evident what the actual net worth of the president truly is, it's certainly much more than what he reports. His supposed watch collection alone amounts to 6 times his official annual salary. According to numerous sources, his net worth could range between 200 to 300 billion. Given these figures, it's no surprise why Elon Musk, who officially became the world's richest person in 2021, believes that Putin is substantially wealthier than him. Despite the fiercely monitored secrecy surrounding his wealth, his assets have been leaked into the public eye. With a $1.4 billion palace, several super yachts, luxury cars, luxury watches, a fleet of aircraft, and an infamous $75,000 gold toilet, Putin seems to be living king size, or rather, Tsar size. According to a Russian opposition party, Putin's lifestyle costs $2.5 billion annually. Today, we will deep dive into Vladimir Putin's multi-billion-dollar luxury lifestyle and truly understand how this unrivaled powerful president lives his enviable and luxuriant life. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, the Russian president and former intelligence officer who has been president of Russia since 2012 after previously serving from 2000 to 2008, making him the longest-serving Russian leader since the famous Joseph Stalin. The first asset that we'll explore is Putin's palace. While most individuals would be overjoyed to own 1 or 2 gorgeous residences, Vladimir Putin is a strong believer in the expression, "the more, the merrier." He lives by it and appreciates options and variety, which explains his enormous collection of possessions. Putin has a sizable real estate portfolio, but let's start with the best, the residence that serves as the crowning jewel of his holdings. Putin's $1.4 billion mansion, dubbed Putin's Palace, overlooking the Black Sea, is an architectural masterpiece. In 2021, a Russian opposition leader produced an investigative documentary on the building, detailing a corruption scheme claiming that the palace was built for Putin's personal use. This palace is located on Cape Idokopos, overlooking the Black Sea, built on an 180-acre plot of land. The palace complex is exquisite and equipped with jaw-dropping, world-class amenities that will leave you wonderstruck. It includes a residence with an area of 190,523 square feet, 2 helipads, a gymnasium, a greenhouse, an ice palace, a chapel, an amphitheater, a guest house, a fuel station, an 80-meter bridge, and an arboretum. For those wondering what an arboretum is, it's a botanical garden with living collections of woody plants that promote interest in and understanding of plants to improve life, protect nature, and encourage sustainability practices. Designed by Lanfranco Cirillo, the go-to designer for Russian aristocrats. A look inside the mansion, which is 3 times the size of the White House, features a 2,800 square foot master bedroom, a swimming pool, an aqua discotheque, a spa, saunas, Turkish baths, multiple shops, a warehouse, a reading room, a music club, a hookah bar, a theater, a cinema, and a wine cellar. Whew, that's a mouthful. Basically, a palace fit for a Tsar. Aside from that, Vladimir Putin has other expensive real estate investments. Number 1. Billionaire's Village. A more recent to this list is a new palace, reportedly constructed in the Billionaire's town outside of Moscow. The vintage-style building is owned by a firm called Property V, where the V stands for Vladimir Putin. The 15-acre fenced and secured estate, twice the size of Buckingham Palace, reportedly costs an eye-watering $380 million. His other real estate purchases include Petersburg Lake House, Altai Mountains Retreat, Moscow Kremlin, the holiday home in Vyborg Bay, Valdai Estate, Bosharov Rushe in Sochi, Novo Ogariovo. And let's not forget his only supposed officially owned real estate, a modest 800 square foot apartment flat with a 200 square foot garage. Next, we've got Putin's yacht collection. Besides his political controversies, President Putin is one of the most amazing public figures. He is renowned for his taste in expensive and opulent items, and his reported yacht fleet is no different. It includes at least 3 magnificent swoon-worthy yachts, totaling 160 million. The first yacht is known as the Graceful. This majestic-looking 269-foot-long super yacht is reputedly worth 100 million. The spacious swimming pool, 49 by 10 feet, on board this white ship can be easily converted into a dance floor, and it is undoubtedly its most attractive feature. With 3 guest cabins, 2 VIP suites, a duplex suite, and a folding balcony, the Graceful boasts a luxurious owner's space. In addition to crew members, this super yacht can accommodate up to 12 guests. The next yacht is called the Seagull. In contrast to the Graceful, this yacht was formally purchased in 2011 for the Russian presidential administration to host formal meetings with other political officials. The initial purchase cost of Seagull was between 4 and 7 million. With huge windows and a generous galley, the main deck is home to a magnificent salon that extends over 1,000 square feet. The formal dining room, which features glass doors and a striking skylight, is a popular gathering place for the Russian president and his distinguished guests. A 6-person jacuzzi, a barbecue, a bar, and a spa pool with a magnificent glass waterfall wall are all available for more casual relaxing. The third yacht is known as the Olympia. Being the president of a country has numerous perks. One such perk that Putin enjoys exclusively is having a $50 million yacht gifted to him by the famous Roman Abramovich, the owner of the English Premier League club Chelsea FC. The Olympia, the most photographed yacht, is certainly the most lavish in Putin's fleet, with a timeless interior design. This yacht can accommodate 10 guests, and the owner's suite is known to be 1/3 the length of the entire vessel, complete with a jacuzzi and a bar. The extravagant president reportedly owns another yacht, the smaller Petrol, equally luxurious to the others. With such a massive difference between Putin's declared income and his estimated fortune, who knows how many other secret vehicles he's keeping away from the spotlight. Next, we'll introduce some Russian presidential aircraft. Putin travels in luxury and style, whether by land, sea or air. So it's no surprise he has a fleet of aircraft at his disposal. Can you imagine him ever flying couch? The Russian presidential aircraft fleet is reported to be the world's largest, with roughly 68 aircrafts and 64 helicopters. The pride of this fleet is the Ilyushin IL-96, also known as Putin's Flying Fortress. The estimated value of the IL-96 is $390 million. The Ilyushin IL-96 is designed by Ivan Glazunov, and it's nothing less than a 5-star hotel in the air. The plane features a fully equipped conference room, a beautiful suite, a fully stocked gym, a dining area, VIP lounges, and an emergency medical care room. The Snow White aeroplane demands respect due to its sheer size. Its length is close to 65 meters, and its wingspan is longer than 65 meters. With tapestries and gold accents, the cabin is ornately decorated. The interior design and furniture are done in a neoclassical fashion. Our next plane is known as the Flying Kremlin. It is worth 716 million, and it is a private jet owned by the Russian president. The Flying Kremlin includes a private bar, boardroom, and a bedroom with a king-size bed, giving the Russian president access to every comfort a head of state might desire while traveling over 10,000 kilometers between visits. And not to forget, the jet actually has a gold-plated toilet seat. The aircraft is specifically built to provide the highest level of protection for the Russian leadership in the event of a worst-case scenario. Besides the cockpit, there are no windows on the aircraft, providing maximum security against adverse weather, atmospheric conditions, and nuclear explosions. Next, we've got Vladimir Putin's car collection. Vladimir Putin is said to own more than 700 high-end cars. Can you imagine the size and the number of his garages that he needs just to stash these many cars? The most expensive of his cars is the Aurus Senat limousine, Vladimir Putin's 7,200 kilo counterfeit Rolls-Royce limo, which is worth $1.2 million. This 7-ton limousine is strictly for the wealthy elite, crafted specifically for Vladimir in 2018. It was unveiled at Putin's 4th inauguration and is now used for ceremonial tasks as Russia's official presidential state car. Putin's range topper has been extended to 6,700mm from nose to tail, compared to the standard series, which is designed for the average working-class oligarch. The interior is made of leather and wood, outfitted with heated reclining rear seats, silk drapes, and LED screens. Rear passengers are also given folding picnic tables, a compact fridge, and branded crystal drinking glasses, a definite flex over the other world leaders. He also owns a Gazelle limousine worth $160,000. Did we mention he loves his limousines? Not just a fan of cars, Putin loves to ride bikes. And not just any bikes, but Harley Davidsons, costing him anything between $20,000 to $50,000. He rides his bikes with a controversial group of infamous Russian riders called Night Wolves. And the final stop we've got is the Vladimir Putin's $1 million luxury watch collection. One of the most spectacular watch collections in politics belongs to the Russian president. He possesses the most extravagant and diverse watch collections among world leaders. The first we've got is A Lange Ungsun, 1815. Putin is routinely seen wearing the platinum edition of this renowned timepiece, which has a 36mm case and a black alligator strap. The next we've got is Philip Perpetual Calendar Moonface. Crafted in 18K rose gold, the timepiece is one of Patek Philippe's most elaborate wristwatches to date. The magnificent piece is one of the company's most intricate wristwatches. An opaline white face elevates the dial with rose gold indications, and the watch is finished with a brown alligator strap. The final one on the list is Grande det Aqualang from Blancpain. The timepiece is made up of 285 parts and 35 jewels, and it has a beautiful black face, luminous hands, hour markers, and a leather band. Other significant pieces in Putin's collection include the IWC Schaffhausen Mark 17 and the FP Journe Chronometer Blue. Putin has put on an extravagant presentation of his wealth, and yet it's so difficult to pinpoint how wealthy he exactly is, only highlighting how truly powerful and secretive he is. It is believed that his money is held for him by his relatives, childhood friends, and even bodyguards.